Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Connected. It's Destiny and Jaedyn. I feel like it's been forever since we filmed.
I know.
Doesn't it feel like
Because
forever?
it was back-to-back guest week.
Yeah.
So it's like us interviewing them, and then it was like, whoa. Like coming into him, like, how do I do this?
Seriously, like, ugh. But this is a very sad episode. It will be the last time we film together for 6 months because I am leaving to study abroad in 10 days, I think, which is crazy. Yeah, 10 days from today. So we'll be doing Zoom, but today's podcast is about last year and this upcoming year because this comes out on January 1st, which is perfect because why wouldn't we talk about New Year's resolutions? So the title for our podcast is
Noticing God, a year in review and a year ahead. Let's see.
Okay, so let's get into it. Do you want to ask the first question?
Sure. Okay. Where did you see God most clearly this year? This past year?
Okay, so for me, with Spain coming so close and everything, and I'm getting ready to leave and I'm starting to pack and looking back at this year, it's been a long process, if you guys remember, of studying abroad, of my studying, like supposed to be studying abroad journey. I got the idea from my brother in like February.
Crazy.
And then I put in my application and I got in. They told you in March if you got in, and I got in. And then I was doing all this stuff to get ready for it, going through like the portal and getting all this stuff turned in. And then the visa appointment, it was packed, couldn't get one. And I was so sad. I cried a little bit when we went to go get my visa and then I couldn't. So that was like, okay, can't go now. Then I was like, okay, I'm going to try to still go spring semester. And so I think I've really seen God in through that because I've learned that it really is on his timing and not mine. And as you guys know, I like to control things and because it provides like peace and comfort. And so I even have a hoodie that says his plan over mine, but I feel like this year has really shown me that it's his plan over mine and that his plan is actually better than mine because I just feel like right now is like the perfect timing for it. And I just feel I'm at peace. Everyone keeps asking me, are you nervous? I am not nervous at all. Probably won't be nervous until I get there and my dad drops me off, then I'm gonna be like, but I'm not nervous. And I know before when it was getting closer and I was like I was a little nervous, like, oh my gosh, should I make the right decision? So I think God has just shown up in that aspect and just everything, like with financial stuff, he's been helping me and just the room and the roommates and just everything. So I think that has been where God has really shown up and just had to keep putting my faith in him and trusting him. And yeah. What would you say?
So my answer to this question is like different. Like mine's not about like a specific situation, but I would say like for me this year I've seen God in like his creation and the things that like and like how intentional he is. Like for a while like a big thing of mine was like how thoughtful God was and like just like how intentional he is and just looking at the life that he's created in like this world and seeing something so simple and how intricate it is and that just like leading into other aspects of my life where it's like, oh, I know that this has a purpose and a plan because God is so intentional. Like I just look at a leaf and I'm like, look at all the things that God does with a simple leaf that he's going to now like look in this certain situation or any really situation. I'm like, I know that it's going to be okay because God is so intentional in everything that he does. So I would just say like in his creation is like where I really saw him like shine through the most this year, just being like, whoa, that's so cool. Or like, wow, like if I think about like this tiny little thing and it leads into everything else or how like this one thing plays into so much, it's like God is so like cool. Like it just really like, do you remember like in the beginning of the year, it was like over summer, I was like, isn't it so cool? Like,
Yeah.
like literally every other day I was
Yeah.
Destiny, like something new I was thinking of.
Yeah.
But
I remember that.
yeah.
Next question. What's one prayer from this year that God answered in an unexpected way? I got to think about this one myself.
You know, this one, I was reading the questions. I'm like, okay. I would say maybe, so like another thing this year, I was thinking about like confidence in like Christ. Like we did an episode on it really. When was that? March?
I think that was in the summer. We didn't open our podcast till April. Hasn't even been a year yet.
My gosh, what?
Yeah.
I feel like,
I
wow.
think that was in like
Well, sorry guys.
June-ish.
Oh, in June.
Yeah.
That's so funky. What the heck? In June, we did an episode of about like confidence and stuff, and I was just really praying for like confidence in Christ and like the way that I know, like just to be like to know who he is and like his plan. And then my dad got sick. He was like in the hospital, and like when did we go to Seattle for the Mariners? November, October. When was that?
I thought that was last year. Was that this year?
The Mariners, when we were the day we went to Seattle, my dad was in the hospital.
We went to a Mariners game?
No. Sorry.
She's confusing me.
The day we went to Seattle and the Mariners were playing, and we made the shirts.
That was in October.
In October, my dad went to the hospital, and I just remember like feeling like so at peace about it and being like, it's fine because I know that God can do, like he's like has him in his hands, you know? Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of a funky way. Like for me, I was like, that's a weird like answer to prayer. Like the way that like I've been praying about confidence and like knowing God and like his control. And then my dad is in the hospital. Like that's just like to me, that was an unexpected way to answer my prayer. Mm-hmm. Even though it should have been expected because I feel like that's the test that I have every time. But yeah, that was probably the most unexpected answer of prayer. It's like, oh, your dad's gonna be in the hospital, then you're gonna see, you know? Mm-hmm. What about for you?
I think for me, at the beginning of the year, I really wanted to like step out in faith and be more like outgoing. I mean, I can be outgoing once you meet me, but I do get shy and still get nervous. And I think like an unexpected way was, even though we started announcements last year, like continuing that through this year, like it's been a year since we've been doing announcements, which is crazy. And then just even this podcast has been like an unexpected answer to prayer because I feel like we've connected with so many more people, and just hearing the feedback of how it helps them helps me, you know? So I think that would be like an unexpected answer of stepping out. And I just think, yeah, because this is just crazy that we haven't even been doing this a year yet.
I know.
And everything, like all this trials we went through with this, like it's not that easy.
It's felt like
it's
a year.
One thing after another. It's felt like 5 years. But yeah, so I don't know if that's like the best way to answer the question, but that's what I would say. And as we are asking each other these questions, ponder them yourself and reflect on your year.
Okay. Where are we? What's something you're grateful for that didn't feel good at the time?
I don't want to connect everything back to Spain. So it's hard. Because at the time it didn't feel good. Me and Aaliyah and Jaedyn, we woke up at 5 a.m. and we drove to San Francisco to go and try to get a visa appointment. We sat there, and I sat there, and I sat there, and then this lady finally took me, and then she was like, no. And that was, at the time, I know I've told this story, but we got it back in the car, and I started playing No Tears Left to Cry by Ariana Grande. Do you remember that? And I was like crying a little bit, but then I was like, okay, it is what it is. Like I truly felt, I knew that God had a plan and that there's a reason. Like I knew there's a reason I wouldn't go, because I kept asking, like, if you don't want me to go, like, give me a sign. Like I feel like a lot of people do that. They want a sign, you know, when they're about to make a big move or something. Or not necessarily give me a sign, I wouldn't say, but just like have a roadblock, because man can't open doors that God can, and man can't close them. How did you say that? You get the gist. But I would say that was really hard. What would you say?
This one I was like, let me think. One thing that I'm grateful for that didn't feel good at the time. Um, maybe honestly this like past season of like when I didn't like do school, that when I first was I was like because I felt like that was like just so wrong. Like I should be in school like this is like I was very like, oh my gosh, like that is insane. I'm not in school. Like this is so wrong. Like I felt so lazy and just felt like so like ugh about everything. Like even though I was like working, I just felt like still like I should be doing so much more. And honestly, this time has like really shown me that like it's okay just to like slow down and like move at a certain pace because everything is so intentional with Christ, really. That's just what I've learned throughout this like honestly this whole year is like intentionality. But like it's okay to slow down and be like still in moments because it's important that we're still and that we're not just go 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 like I have to get this done, I have to get this done, I have to get this done because then we can't have time to hear God and like the way that he's trying to show himself in our lives. So
Yeah, that's good. With this new year upcoming, do you usually make New Year's resolutions or no?
I feel like yes and no. Like I make them, but in my head I'm like I already know I'm not gonna do this, so I'm like, meh. Like
Yeah.
I like say it, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then in the back of my head I'm like, no, I'm not.
See, for me, when I try to make like resolutions, I think of like so many that it's not even possible to even juggle all of them. And I think the one that me and Jaden have said for years, which guys don't judge, we're not workout people, but we always said, oh, we're going to go to the gym.
Work out.
But we never wanted to start in January because that's when everyone starts. So we were like, oh, we'll start in like later.
Sure.
And then there was a time when we were waking up at like 5 and going to the gym. And I think that lasted
Look at
like
us.
2 weeks. And then I don't know
Gym
what happened.
warriors.
But okay, but talking with that note of New Year's resolutions. Oh, we just kind of answered this. What's one resolution you've made in the past that didn't stick? That was definitely one.
Yeah.
Working out. Is anyone else out there like us? I also like have a fear of like going to the gym. I don't know.
I guess
I know no one's
people are
looking
gonna
at
see
you
me
because
or watch me.
they're
They're
looking
like, what
at
is she
themselves.
doing?
They're just worrying about themselves and working out. But me and Jaden both just
Don't know what we're doing.
yeah, like we can watch workout videos, but what if our form is wrong and someone's just looking at us?
Like the
But
first
also,
day
you
we
shouldn't care what
went-
other people think. But still,
The first day we went, guys, people were like, "Oh, what'd you do?" We were like, "Everything." Like
Yeah,
we didn't focus on one thing.
I
We
remember
literally
that.
tried like everything in the gym.
that is true. We tried every machine there was, and then they were like, "Did you do legs, arms?" And we were like,
Like,
"Oh no, we did every
Like
machine.
we did it all. Like legs, yep. Arms, yep.
But you guys
Core,
couldn't
yes.
do that." Kidding. Okay. So since we already like kind of answered that one, I'll ask the next one. If you could choose one word or theme for this year, what would it be? No, what would you hope it would be and why?
So when I was thinking about this one came like very just like I just kind of knew it right away. When the word that came to me is resilience, just because there is a lot of change that's going to be happening. Like Destiny's leaving, and then like my mom's moving, and like all this stuff that's happening. And I know how I like get with change. It like affects me in like kind of like a strange way. And so I just want to make sure that like I am resilient to it and that I can just like bounce back and just like still be steady in my walk and like in life and with Christ. So I'd say resilience is what I hope for.
When I was thinking of this, I came up with the word surrender. And because I'm going into a season of unknown for like 6 months, like I don't know what to expect. I've watched all the TikTok videos. I talked to my roommate that already lives there, but I still don't know exactly what this whole journey is gonna like be like. And so, like Jane said, with change, I'm very much so like I like having a routine, and I don't like change either. I'm very like I like everything to be how I want it, and like I like going through my daily routine and moving out there, obviously everything's going to be different. Like I don't have a car to drive. I can't just go to like a store where it has all the normal stuff. Like it's really different out there because their culture is really different. And so I know for me that's going to be hard to get like adjusted to because everything's going to be different, but it's also exciting to me. But I'm just want to surrender like control. Like I don't have control over anything. And I really think that this is a good like practice and test. And also I like the theme of like independence within myself, but being dependent on the Lord. Because like I've always said since we started this, or since we've talked about Spain, is I'm really going to have to lean on him out there, which I'm super excited for because it's really just me and him together. And I'm excited for that. So those would be my like themes.
What is one habit you want to build? Wait, did I answer? Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I did. What is one habit you want to build this year, even if you're not perfect at it?
I would say I used to journal a lot. So either journaling or a habit is I've already had this habit before I was like going away, but Spanish, I used to do it every single day. And I just want to continue to practice that, especially because I'm moving out there and I want to pick up the language. But when I get back, I want to be able to like keep it up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So either journaling more, just like about my day and stuff so I can look back on it, or learning Spanish. What would you say?
So journaling was one of mine too. Journaling or a consistent sleep schedule, like a good actual sleep schedule where I go to bed at a decent hour and I wake up kind of early. Like it'd be early for me, but I'm sure some of you are like, girl, I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, okay, I'm not doing that, but like maybe like
Early for the younger
yeah,
generation.
like 6 every day. Even though I have to wake up at 6 for work most days, maybe like 5:30.
Like 6 where she's not rushing out the door.
Yeah,
Like
6
where
where
you
I
could
have
take your
time, where I like do stuff in the morning, So I would say, or I'm not up at 6 and like tired, like super tired, like I want to be in bed sleeping, you know what I mean? So like a good sleep schedule.
Nice. Yeah, those are good. That's a good one. I like that one. But then it's like, then you're missing out on
I know
stuff.
them, my friends.
Ooh, I really like this question. What's a goal you care about that isn't about school, grades, or productivity?
This is the question I was very like, oh shoot, I have no idea. Let me think. School grades or productivity? What's a goal that I care about? Maybe being does this count as like productivity?
It's whatever you want.
But I don't know if this is like being consistently in my word, like a consistent, like being my word consistently. Is that productivity? I feel like that is, but I don't know.
Productivity?
I feel like I say like I feel like I'm saying it like
you're saying productivity.
like we're really breaking that word up. But anyway, maybe I'm just gonna say this, even if it counts as productivity. How do you say it?
Productivity?
Productivity.
That's how I say it. I could be saying it wrong though.
Is just being consistent with my like being in my Bible. Because I feel like I'm not very consistent at it. It's just very like
Okay, well, I didn't really. I didn't count it as productivity because I don't know. I feel like that's where you could be like still and have peace with him.
okay.
Because I was gonna say the same thing as being in my Bible more and maybe doing more like devotionals. Like I don't feel like productive. Well, okay, yeah, you do, but I'm not like I don't know. It's like different. I think God is a different level.
Yeah.
It doesn't count as productivity. Because I have 2 new devotionals. So actually I got one from my sister last year for my birthday, which is in February. And I was like, oh, I'm going to save this for when I go to Spain. And I still haven't done it, obviously. And I just got another one. So I want to do those 2 while I'm gone. So yeah. Okay. Fun. This is the last question.
What something new you'd like to try, even if you're bad at it?
Oh, goodness. I don't even know. What's something new I'd like to try? What would you say? I wish I could sing.
A few.
I wish we could take, I have two, singing or dancing. I wish we could take singing lessons together and dance lessons. That would be really
like a
fun.
ballet class or like
Yeah,
a
ballroom dancing
yeah.
or something.
Ooh.
Okay, but let me actually think of a real answer because that's like for fun. What would you say?
I would
I mean, it could be
say
for fun though.
mine are kind of random. I have a few in my head. I want to try a snow sport, but I'm scared to try, so I probably won't. But I think that'd be so fun. Like even if I fall and eat it, but whatever. But also the reason I don't want to try is I don't want like someone like teaching me and being like I feel I don't want to like make them like teach me, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Anyway,
you gotta be
I want them to
teachable.
have fun. That's my point. Like it's not that I don't want them to teach, I want them to make sure they're having fun.
Oh yeah.
But
But
that
if
one's
you
like
ask them to
random.
teach you, then they probably are gonna have fun teaching you and watch you fall.
Yeah. That's like random. Or I want to learn how to play an instrument. I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be so cool. Those are
I
my
want to
two.
do something like artistic. I don't
Ooh.
know.
Ooh.
More
Or
like
like pottery.
that'd be fun.
fun.
Like that's a lot of money though.
I know.
I would say more like stuff in the digital world, kind of like digital scrapbooking, or I really have been wanting to get better at editing because like I edit the podcast and stuff, but it's very easy to edit because it's just like a start and stop. So it's not really editing. I just cut out like us sitting down and then us walking away. But for my vlogs, because I do want to start that's what I want to say. Even though I may not be good at it, I really do when I'm gone want to start like on TikTok and YouTube.
She's going to be good at it, please.
No, I'm just not like the creators when they make their little intros. Like that's so good. Like I want to learn how to like do stuff like that. So I would say that's something I want to do. But yeah. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's crazy that this is the last time we're going to be like sitting like this together. I'm surprised we didn't cry.
I know.
But also, it's
I was
because
just thinking
it's
that.
10 days from now. If we were originally going to film closer, but it's just better to have it edited and done. So
That way, because she still has to pack, y'all.
yeah.
She has 10 days to pack everything she's taking
in
to
my
Spain.
room in the corner in the luggage. But now I need to like pack it and re-go through everything. And then me being me, I'm going to make a Google Doc of everything I bring so I don't ever, like, I don't forget it. And just so I know. Also, we have some news. So, because I will be gone for 6 months and editing the pod, I do that. And it's just going to be hard to do everything. We will be filming over Zoom, but our podcast will only come out once a month. So, this will be your podcast for January. Then you'll get one for February, March, April, May, and June. And then when I come back in June, we'll start doing 2 times a week again.
2 times a month.
2 times a month, not a week. That would be crazy. But
We need to make up for all the lost time.
thank you for supporting us and continuing to listen, even though we keep changing it on you guys.
know.
But it's just crazy because I think we didn't really think this through when we started it.
Yeah.
We were like, every week we could do that. But we forgot about work and school and our
We were
social
just
life. And it's like,
so excited to start and jump into
yeah.
it.
And I mean, this is so fun, but it's just a lot
It is
of
work. It's a lot of work.
I mean, if we had an editor, that would be great, but we don't. And time is important. So, but thank you for tuning in today, guys. Can't wait to see you over Zoom. Hopefully, next time I see you guys,
crazy.
I could speak some Spanish. Maybe I'll
You're
teach you some
like,
Spanish words.
I don't know what you're saying.
But thank you for tuning in, and remember to stay connected to each other, stay connected to us, and
Most importantly, stay connected to the vine.
Wait, before you say be the light, I have one more thing. Still stay connected on Instagram because we will be posting a lot.
That's where you're gonna really know, like, especially because it's once a month. It's gonna be like, oh shoot, when is it coming out? Like, you'll see it on our Instagram.
And we're still going to be active on
yeah.
there. So you'll get to see like behind the scenes and stuff. So, okay. Bye, guys. Love you.
Be the light.